Water's supposed to be just water, right? But somehow it never tastes the same. Like, have you ever grabbed a bottle from a gas station and thought, ew, why does this taste weird? And then later you're drinking from your friend's kitchen sink and it's actually better than the fancy stuff? I used to think I was just imagining it. But no, it's real. Water tastes different depending on where it comes from, and it has everything to do with what's in it. Okay, quick answer before you scroll. Water tastes different because it's never just H2O. It has minerals, chemicals, and sometimes even bacteria or leftover stuff from pipes. That's the reason one glass can taste crisp and clean and another can feel like licking a coin. But stay with me because in just a few moments, you'll see how this all connects to something that kind of shocked me. So back when I was 16, I had this tiny water bottle I kept reusing during summer workouts. I'd fill it up from random places, school, home, my friend's house, and I swear it started smelling like wet pennies. But I kept drinking from it anyway, thinking, it's just water, right? Fast forward a few weeks, and I was in the nurse's office with stomach cramps so bad I couldn't even sit up. She asked me, where do you get your water? And that's when I realized I didn't even know what was going in my body. Most people never realize this, but water is like a sponge. It absorbs whatever it touches, rocks, pipes, even the air. So, depending on where it comes from, you could be sipping on calcium, magnesium, iron, or rust, mold, and chlorine. I'm not even exaggerating. Tap water in some places has more chlorine than a swimming pool. That's why some water tastes metallic, others feel soft or salty. You're tasting the journey, not just the liquid. And that journey, it can get nasty. One time I stayed at my cousin's place out in the country. I filled up my glass straight from the tap and immediately spat it out. It was yellow, like lemonade yellow. He laughed and said, oh yeah, our well water's like that. I wanted to throw up. He grew up drinking that stuff every day like it was normal. I asked him if it ever made him sick. He shrugged and said, sometimes. Bro, what? But here's the part they don't want you to know. Even bottled water isn't always better. Just because it has a cool label and costs $3 doesn't mean it's clean. Some companies literally just filter tap water and throw a logo on it. I found out some brands have more microplastics than regular tap water. So you're paying extra to drink plastic. That's not a flex. That's a scam. When I got older, I got curious. I started testing different water types with those little pH strips you can buy online. I even borrowed a TDS meter from my cousin who's into science. And man, the results? Insane. My city tap water had way more dissolved solids than spring water from the grocery store. And the alkaline water my gym gave out? It was just tap water with baking soda added. No lie, stay with me, because in a second, I'm going to tell you how one small change literally fixed my stomach problems. And it didn't involve some expensive water subscription. It was just knowing what to avoid. And honestly, no one teaches you this stuff. Not in school, not on TikTok, nowhere. They just assume you'll figure it out. So here's what finally made me stop messing around with random water sources. I moved into a new apartment last year, and the tap water tasted like wet cardboard. I ignored it for a while, until I started waking up super bloated. My energy dropped. I thought it was my diet or stress. Turns out the pipes in that building were old as hell. The water had iron, lead, and all kinds of junk. I got a filter, not one of those tiny pitchers, but an under-sink filter that cost like 70 bucks. Life changing. Within a week, my stomach stopped acting up. My skin even looked clearer. And when I went back to drink water from the gym cooler, it tasted like pool water. I couldn't believe I used to think that was clean. The biggest lesson? Clean doesn't mean clear. Just because water looks fine doesn't mean it's safe or good for you. Most people never check. They just drink and hope for the best. But once you taste good water, like real clean, mineral-balanced water, you can never go back. It's like eating fresh fruit after years of candy. Your body knows the difference. Now, I'm not saying you need to panic every time you take a sip, but don't just assume all water is the same. Try tasting water from 3 different places back to back. Your mouth will tell you more than any ad ever could. And if your water tastes weird, that's your sign to check where it's coming from. We always think of food as the thing that affects our health. But water? It's the base of everything, and it's way more complex than people give it credit for. So yeah, that's why water doesn't all taste the same. It's not your imagination. It's minerals, it's chemicals, it's pipes, it's where you are and how you live. And once you understand that, once you actually care, you start paying attention. And when you do, your body thanks you in ways you didn't even expect.